So today I want to do another Real Talk series for you. This is a topic in regards to chemistry. So a lot of people really tend to downplay, I find, in terms of dating, how much chemistry really plays an important role in terms of really finding someone that you're actually attracted to, right? So there is attraction and then there's chemistry. You could be attracted to someone but not have chemistry with them. And so I don't know what I'm going to end up naming this title of this video, but I do hope that this all comes together and it makes sense to you. So basically, I wanted to talk about basically how people really downplay the fact that chemistry is so important. It makes it seem like, people make it seem like it's a shallow thing to think about, but in actuality it is so important and so crucial in terms of really just whether something is going to work out or not between you and a new person that you've met, or a person that you knew, or whatever the case may be, you know, in terms of your dating life. But for the most part, I just think it's really interesting because I personally feel like chemistry is something that cannot be sacrificed. I feel like you have to have that. And chemistry doesn't necessarily, in terms of attraction and chemistry, it doesn't necessarily have to always be about the physical appearance, although the physical appearance is also important. To be able to feel butterflies for someone, to be able to feel like you have a genuine attraction and like, you know, you're excited to see someone is also really important. It's not something I feel like you have to settle or you should settle on, but sometimes other things about a person may outweigh the physical, and so that can genuinely just bring about a different attraction to that person. So again, it's not always about the physical appeal, although it's not the last thing on the list. So in terms of chemistry, I feel like when you meet someone, you have to definitely have a certain vibe with them or whatever, whether it may be just good conversation. And then there has to be an appeal, like a physical appeal. And like I mentioned, sometimes what happens is the appeal may not be all the way there, but that person's personality and how they come across in their confidence, in their conversation, or whatever the case may be, that may sometimes overpower the actual physical appeal and actually make that person look more appealing than you think, if that makes sense. So in terms of just like, it may not be a physical appeal, but there might be a more of an attraction that develops because you then like that person's personality and how they come across, that, you know, they just seem like a different person, or they come off different than what you would normally date, or someone you would normally date. You'd make an exception in terms of that. Now my problem is with a lot of people who tend to downplay that chemistry isn't important and the physical attraction. I feel like that's one of the things I cannot settle on, because I feel like I don't want to end up having, you know, eyes for someone else. Like, if I'm with someone, I'm with you because I'm with you. I genuinely like you, I love you, or whatever the case may be. I'm like attracted to you, we're working towards something. I don't want to be in a relationship with you and then another fine man walks across the room and I'm sitting here like, hold on a minute. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is not right. And I feel like if there genuinely isn't you always have eyes and looking at other people, then you can't even focus on who you're with. Then why be with that person? Why take up that person's time and then, you know, and stop them from being someone who really likes them for all of them, and not, you know, and, you know, for you too, it's kind of like that's not being fair to yourself. You know, you want to give yourself an opportunity to meet someone else, and so I feel like that would be a waste of time in holding up each other from meeting the real person or the right person. So I don't know, to me I think that that's just an interesting topic that people tend to downplay, that attraction isn't important. And although everything else is important, definitely, like a person's career, a person's spiritual walk, religion, you know, their family and things like that, all that is certainly important. But at the end of the day, I feel like if chemistry is not there, attraction is not there, then what do you really have, right? I don't know, like, that's just my thought process on just dating, and perhaps that's why I'm still single and trying to find that real connection. But I mean, I just don't feel like it's something that you have to sacrifice. I really want to be able to grow old with the person. And I know that beauty fades and all that stuff. And again, like I mentioned, it's not always on the physical. It's just that you have to have that organic chemistry with that person to be able to, you know, go on and in a long-term relationship, or just, you know, to really date. Like, I just feel like you need to be able to. So to add to that, my thought process on the whole dating is that, or chemistry, is that when you settle for someone, I feel like that you're not necessarily attracted to, I think things begin to annoy you about that person, or you start to not appreciate that person in terms of the things that they do, if they go above and beyond to do things for you. So like, let's say that person decided to surprise you with flowers and candy or a fruit basket or whatever at work or whatever, and it's just like, oh, okay, I got, you know, flowers, that's sweet. Like, it's sweet, like, at the gesture, but you're not as appreciative of it had it been someone you were necessarily attracted to or had that chemistry with. It would mean so much more, you know, 10 times more in terms of, oh my gosh, like, he really cares about me and this, that, and the third, and she, you know, thought about me, or whatever the case may be. Like, it would just mean so much more. And I feel like going into a relationship where you don't feel that, I think you genuinely, I don't know, I can't really speak for everyone, I can't speak generally, but in my thought process, in my opinion, I feel like if you're going into a relationship and you don't have that, then after a while, where does the love really, you know, grow from that? Unless you're just really committed to really like growing and developing love, and that's what you're walking into a relationship with, then I guess maybe it could work, because there are a lot of arranged marriages where people don't meet each other until the day that they actually get married and things like that. So I guess it's possible to develop that over time, but I guess for me personally, like, I just am such a sucker for love. Like, I love love, and the whole the romantic part of it, the whole dating and courting and all that stuff, like the good side of it. I don't know, I just feel like that stuff has to happen in the beginning, and that's the most exciting part about being with someone, is just the feelings that you initially feel, like, you know, before anything is, you know, is exposed, before going through the roughs or whatever. It's just like, you want to feel that, you know, best friend feeling, that loving feeling, that hold your hand feeling, that smile in your stomach, the butterflies and all that jazz. Like, it's just different. So I don't know, that's my thought process on chemistry, and yeah, I just want to hear what you think about it. If you do not agree or if you find this, you know, interesting, definitely give your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. I'll definitely answer back. I am putting these out because I genuinely think that they're interesting topics to talk about in terms of dating, and a lot of people aren't doing these on YouTube, so I just wanted to hear what your thought process is. Definitely leave some topics below too that you may want me to talk about or touch upon. I feel like I can't speak. And we'll definitely do that. I'll definitely go ahead and definitely talk about it, because that's what we're here to do on Inner Beauty Out. So yeah, I thought that this was interesting, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you like this video, you want to see more like it, and subscribe to my channel so that you're not missing out when a new video comes out, and it also helps me and my channel to grow. So again, I will see you in my next video. Bye!